Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how you can take a music playlist which you made in your music player like Windows Media Player or Winamp or Foobar, and you can export the songs onto an external disk and so that they play in order. So basically you can make your own mixtape and put it on your mp3 player, or you can send it to a friend or somebody else. It sounds really simple, but I looked for a long time to find a tool which does this, and eventually found this one, Amok Playlist Copy. You can get it here. This tells you all about it. The link will be at the bottom. What exactly does it do? Okay, well I'll start here. This is a playlist I made. It's like a summer compilation of songs, but I made it on WPL, which is Windows Media Player, and what you find is all the different playlists. For a start, you can't play them in other players, and secondly, this is what happens when you export them. Here we go, let's play. There you go, you can see these are the songs I chose and the order I placed them in. With Windows Media Player, I could export them by syncing. If we look at this, ease an external disk. If I click sync feel good and start sync, what will happen if we go to my my card, this is an external disk, is you'll find that everything's placed in a folder called music. If you already have a folder called music, then these files will be merged, and as you can see, it's arranged all of the artists it's arranged all of the songs alphabetically by artist and by album, and that's fine, all of the songs are there, but it's not what I wanted to do, and this program is going to help us with that. Another thing this program will help us with, here we go. I recently made a Foobar playlist, code FPL, and basically, first of all I thought, can I export this? And I can't. And secondly I thought, well, can I play it in Windows Media Player? And I can't. So there's not very much I can do with it, but here I can. What this program allows us to do is convert any playlist file, like WPL or FPL, into an M3U file, and they can be played by any media player, and I'll show you how to do that. So, ready to start. First things first, you're going to have to download the program. Here it is, the link's at the bottom. Click on download. You'll have a choice between an installer or a simple zip file which is portable. Click yes, you've read the licensing agreement, and download the portable zip file. Actually, I did it earlier. And take your zip file from your desktop, unzip it with Windows or 7-zip or WinRAR or whatever. I'm using Universal Extractor, and that will all open the folder on your desktop. The only reason I'm going to show you this in so much detail is because when I first opened it, Amok Playlist Copy, everything's in German, and actually it was very difficult to understand how to do everything. But actually all you need to do is go here to the language file and choose English, copy the English language file and paste it into the main folder. Okay, because the default language was German. Okay, so now we've got English inside it. I should warn you about the help. The help is also all in German. There's no translation at the moment, so you'll need a German friend if you want to examine that. But actually it's very easy to use. Okay, I've opened up the file, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my playlist. Here, remember I have my set of playlists here. and I could navigate by using the navigation. Actually, I'm going to just click and drag. There are 20 songs in my list. There's actually a little player in here. I can actually play them either using the native player inside the program or using my default player, but you won't really need to do that. Oops. Yeah. Just a tip, where it says delete all, I was afraid of that at first because I thought I was actually deleting the files from my computer or deleting the playlist. You're not. It's a poor translation. It really means clear the screen. So I'll put that back. And where it says you know, delete all selected files, I can just remove one file, or I can move them about. I can move them up and down. Okay. So what I need to do is click on copy save, and the easiest way to do it is to number serially. So it's going to take all of my files and put them in a folder on my desktop. I'm going to rename the new folder Feel Good. Okay, and chosen the folder. Okay. It's very, very quick, and if we go back here, and what you'll see, if you open up my folder, you'll find they're in exactly the order I created them, and you'll find that all of the album art, you know, if I had the album art, then the album art is there. Kind of beautiful. Just a tip, one thing that might confuse you. If the program says that it can't copy a file, it could be because it's a hidden file. If you look on properties, it's important that this hidden is unchecked. If you have a file which is checked with the hidden, then it won't copy, but just uncheck it and it's done. And to be honest, that's the most important thing you're going to want to do. That's all I wanted, to be honest, all I wanted from this program, and it's perfect and beautiful. But I am going to show you one more thing, in fact two more things. Remember I mentioned that I had a foobar playlist. Okay, let's delete all here. Yeah. For some reason it doesn't work when I just click and drag it across on this one. What I'm going to do is add playlist. I'm going to navigate to libraries, music. If you have a look here, these are all the supported file types. M3U, which is universal, PLS, WPL, that's Microsoft Player, the iTunes Player, the foobar Player, Media Player Classic. There we go. I'm looking for a foobar, so I'll click on that one. And there's my file. Here we go. It says one or more files do not exist. I'm not sure what the problem is there, but there's the list of my files in the order I chose them. And I could export them right now. What I'm actually going to do is click on copy playlist only, and I'm going to put that on my desktop, and I'm going to give it the same name, which I think was Mellow, and it's going to save them as M3U. And if we just click there, God willing, that's already worked. There we go. Now that's a playlist which will play in any player. So my default player is Windows Media Player, and if I click on it, yeah, everything's there, and all of the album art will be there as well, and everything like that, if the album art is with it. Okay, so I've showed you how to make a universal playlist file which will play in any player. One more thing, maybe the third thing you might possibly want to do. Have a look at advanced. Here we go. What this does is it exports all of the files to a target folder, and it also includes a playlist. and I guess this would be useful if you were going to give it to a friend and they were going to let the files just be incorporated in their music system, but they could still play them in the order you intended by using the playlist. So let's go to desktop, new. Okay, I'll just call it new folder this time, and it's got a playlist name here. Basically, if you number all the files, there's not really any point in having a playlist, but here we go. I mean, personally, that's not terribly useful for me, but you'll see that it carries all the files across, and there should be there's a playlist there. Yeah, actually, if you just see here, this one, Caroline, you see how that's ever so slightly faded, the icon? That means that it was a hidden file, and that's why in principle it shouldn't have copied, but in fact it did. But basically that should be unchecked, and that's everything basically. What can I say? I was looking for a solution to this problem for ages, and Googling it and going through, and there are so many people asking the same questions. You know, how can I export a foobar playlist so it can be played by other players? How can I export the songs on a playlist so they're in the same order? And the solutions or the suggestions were just so complicated, and they involve code and command line interfaces, and gosh, and I knew there must be a really simple solution out there, and there was. It's beautiful. I think it's maybe because it's in German, and it simply hasn't come to the attention of the non-German population, which is a pity, because it's a little bit untidy, and it could do with some help with the translations. But like everything German, it's well designed and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. So basically, if this was exactly what you're looking for, and this has been the solution to your problem, please like my video. And if you really love the software, I strongly suspect you go to their webpage and make a donation to the developers. Folks, what can I say? There's no better present than a playlist, because if you spend money on something, you place somebody under an obligation and can make them feel uncomfortable. Playlists are really great gifts because they cost nothing, but they involve lots of thought. So do one for your loved one or for your mum, and enjoy the summer. Thank you very much. Bye everyone.